Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Keystone Collections and specifically how to negotiate a settlement payment and a settlement agreement that will actually benefit and help your credit score. So first and foremost, you should only enter into negotiations with Keystone Collections after you've requested account validation and investigated the statute of limitations to make sure that you're still legally responsible for payment. So this next point, assuming that your debt is valid and you've checked the statute of limitations, you next do want to enter into negotiations. And the big key in the first place, when you negotiate with Keystone Collections, you can typically settle your account for about 10% of the total, all the way up to 40%. It'll depend on how old your debt is. If it's not very old, then you're probably closer to the 40% side. But if it is a few years old, then you're probably closer to the 10% side with your settlement. But please, before you just make that payment, you must get Keystone Collections to agree that in exchange for your payment, they'll stop reporting your account information to all three of the credit bureaus. If you neglect to do this, the only thing that's going to change when you make your payment is the status of that collection listing on your credit report. It's going to be changed to a paid collection. A paid collection is not a positive, good, credit-building item to have on your credit report. Instead, it's going to be damaging. It's going to continue to drag down your credit score. So this next part here, with the agreement that they'll stop reporting your account, you next want to go ahead and make your payment, and then you want to come back and we're going to exercise some more of your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, because what we're going to do is we're going to file a dispute with the credit bureaus. If this item, this Keystone Collections listing, the collection listing, is on all three of your credit reports, then you're going to need to file 3 separate disputes, one with each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. But once the credit bureaus get your dispute and find it valid, then they're going to investigate it. And when you file your dispute, you're basically waving your arms saying, hey, credit bureau, there's a mistake on my credit report that needs to be investigated and potentially removed. So once Keystone Collections Group finds your dispute valid, which is another conversation for another place, once they find it valid, they're going to investigate that by contacting Keystone Collections. And as per your settlement agreement with Keystone Collections, they've agreed they're going to stop reporting your account information, so they will not verify your account with the credit bureaus during their investigation. Now, the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, requires that the credit bureaus remove any item from a consumer's credit report that cannot be verified. This is how you remove that collection listing from your credit report. Please do not just pay them without making for certain that you have that agreement in place, because otherwise it's not going to help your credit at all. Not by any means. And we encourage our members to consider professional credit repair help. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full scoop. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Have a terrific day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.